fourth generation Kia Sportage mid-sized SUV enhances its offering in this improved form. There are two fresh approaches to diesel power, smarter looks and more sophisticated media connectivity. But the reasons why so many people like this car remain much the same.
On the move, you'll find that as before, this Sportage is among the more firm riding SUVs in this segment, which does keep body roll in check round the bends, but isn't enough to give this car class-leading driving dynamics. But Kia's certainly getting there. Check out, for example, the huge amount of work that's gone into improving the engineering of this improved version of the fourth generation model, some of which has paid off immediately. Into that category falls the new U3 series 1.6-litre CRDI diesel power plant, which is quieter and more flexible than the rumbly 1.7-litre unit it replaces. And it's the engine that we'd recommend for this car, offered in 114 and 134 bhp guises, and in its perkier form available with 7-speed automatic transmission and all-wheel drive should you require those things. There are two alternative petrol options, a base 130 bhp 1.6-litre GDI normally aspirated unit, which is a bit lacking in pulling power and refinement, and there's a preferable 174 bhp 1.6-litre TGDI turbo petrol power plant, which represents your most affordable route into all-wheel drive if you want this car. Today, though, we're not sampling any of the engines I just mentioned. Instead, we're trying the 2-litre CRDI mild hybrid diesel model, which uses a lightly electrified 48-volt EcoDynamics Plus powertrain to try to silence the diesel doubters. Now here, a mild hybrid starter generator, or MHSG, is linked up to a compact little 48-volt lithium-ion battery. This can store energy, which is generated when decelerating, under braking or when coasting, and then deploy it to give a 16 bhp boost to the 184 bhp combustion unit when it's needed, reducing the load on the engine and improving economy. Now, Kia quotes figures of 48.7 mpg on the combined cycle and 154 grams per kilometre of CO2. The battery and the MHSG also support a moving stop and start function, which automatically turns off the engine during in-gear deceleration and braking. And the whole thing can be mated with a super smooth 8-speed automatic gearbox, which has been specifically developed for this variant. Do you like it? Well, it's important to Kia that you do, because looks have always been high on the list of reasons why customers have bought themselves a Sportage. Should you already be familiar with this design, you probably won't notice too many changes to this improved version unless you're able to stretch to one of the upper spec variants. Now, if you can do that, though, you'll get yourself a car that makes now a bit more of a driveway statement, thanks to this evolved version of the brand's familiar Tiger Nose grille, which on GT line models features this black blade mesh finish. Time to look inside. Kia's not made too many changes here. The design of the ventilation controls is a bit smarter, plus the 3-spoke wheel has been restyled, and the instruments that you view through that are now more clearly designated. It's probably more significant, though, to note the improvements that have been made to infotainment provision. This larger frameless style 8-inch screen now features with the top trim levels, but even if you have to choose further down the range and go for one of the cheapest variants, then a clear, effective, improved 7-inch screen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto smartphone mirroring is provided as standard. Okay, time to take a seat in the rear. Once inside, if you've previously owned or test-driven a rival comparably priced Qashqai or Attica, you should notice how much extra legroom is freed up by this Kia's slightly lengthier body. It really is significant, and it's aided by these scalloped front seat backs. Headroom's reasonable too, despite the sloping roofline. Right, let's have a look out back. Petrol models offer 491 litres, the 1.6-litre diesel has 467 litres, and this mild hybrid 2-litre diesel offers 439 litres. In summary, well, yes, you could pay much more for an apparently more sophisticated family SUV of this kind, but after trying a Sportage, you might well end up questioning the need to, which really says it all.